This is the Fifth Estate, a conversation between young African scholars from the Fort Hall School of Government and Professor Mutahi Ngugi. Today, we the people of Kenya will serve public notice to the government of Somalia. And we will do it because on more than one occasion, the government of Somalia was formed and operated from Nairobi. After stabilizing them, now they have started provocations. Not funny. This notice is served with a copy to the government of Norway and other Muzungu colonizers of the sea. We want to give them to understand that this is not Berlin of 1884. The partition of Africa will not become the partition of our waters. Zero. A copy of the notice is also sent to the beloved people of Somalia, a people we call our brothers, a people we have embraced, nurtured, and flourished, a people we have grown from simple refugees to owners of Isili, Nairobi's second CBD. They must stop Mogadishu. Lastly, this public notice is served with a copy to the President of the International Court of Justice, ICJ. He is a citizen of Somalia. And the government of Somalia wants to steal part of our territory through a court whose president is from Somalia. This is not even clever. We serve notice to the government of Somalia, therefore, to tell them this: not an inch more, not an inch less.
Yes, not an inch more, not an inch less. This is what Jomo, our founding father, told the government of Somalia. In the 1960s, they tried to steal 1/3 of Kenya, also known as the Northern Frontier District. We beat them into submission. Now they want part of our waters, and they want to steal it by pretending to be a victim nation. But here is the truth. They are not a victim nation. They are an expansionist nation pretending to be a victim at war. The government of Somalia and its Muzungu colonizers of the sea have no land to expand to. They have moved from partition of Africa to partition of the African oceans. And the government of Somalia is the puppet broker of this scheme. In 6 months, Kenya will be landlocked because of Somalia. Yes, as Kenyans are chasing a paper tiger revolution led by some drunk poet, our access to the Indian Ocean will be blocked by Somalia through the International Court of Justice. In fact, the lifeblood of Uganda, DRC, Rwanda, South Sudan, Burundi, and Ethiopia will be handed over to Somalia. What's more, Nyamakema, Kirinyaga Road, and River Road will all become colonies of the government of Somalia, like Isli. This is not a clever joke. It is an act of law, and it will happen in 6 months. Traders of Kenya, we serve you notice.
Now we will get to the point. Somalia collapsed, then we embraced them. We gave them Isili and called it Little Mogadishu. If the people of Somalia could not blossom in Somalia, we ensured that they grew big in Kenya. And they grew big. But now, the government of Somalia has turned against us. Supported by some colonizers, they took Kenya to the International Court of Justice in August 2014, a court whose president is Somalian. Then they claimed that the Indian Ocean portion owned by Kenya is actually theirs. They claimed that the ocean boundary between Kenya and Somalia should slope diagonally and not straight, the way it has always been. If Somalia wins the case at the ICJ, then our new diagonal boundary with Somalia will meet our straight boundary with Tanzania. When this happens, Kenya will officially be a landlocked country. We will no longer have access to the high seas. Any ship entering or leaving Kenya will have to ask Somalia for permission. And given that Somalia is partly controlled by Al-Shabaab, the border posts in the ocean will also be controlled in part by Al-Shabaab. The pirates of Somalia will control all ocean traffic going to Rwanda, Burundi, Uganda, Congo, South Sudan, and Ethiopia through Mombasa. The pirates will also control Lapset. And to this judicial nonsense, if it happens, we say not an inch more, not an inch less.
We, the people of Kenya, serve notice to the government of Somalia and its collaborating colonizers. The colonizers that are planning to buy our oil fields in the ocean from the Somalians. We want to tell them this: not an inch more, not an inch less. If Somalia is awarded the equivalent of 42% of Kenya's land by the ICJ, this will be a declaration of war between Kenya and Somalia. And we cannot fight Somalia if their refugees are still in our country. Similarly, we cannot go to war with Somalia and continue to host their lucrative businesses in Eastleigh. This cannot happen. We are not stupid. In fact, our government should now demand the return of Jubaland to Kenya. We say so because in 1924, Britain chopped off a slice of Kenya and gave it to the Italians in Somalia. This is how the current Somalia was created. But at independence, Somalia refused to recognize the 1924 border created by the Anglo-Italian Treaty. To date, Somalia has not recognized this border. And if they have not recognized it, it means that the original border before 1924 is the legitimate border. This also means that our acreage of the Indian Ocean increases. It is that simple. If they aggress, we aggress. For every action, there must be an equal and opposite reaction.
If Kenya becomes landlocked in 6 months, forget Lapsets and Turkana oil, unless we want to share its proceeds with the pirates of Somalia. Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, Congo, and South Sudan will also move to the Tanzanian ports to avoid taxation from the pirates of Somalia. And maybe this is why Tanzania and Somalia are discussing their imaginary border in the Indian Ocean. If the ICJ rules in favor of Somalia, Tanzania will gain big time. Everyone, including Kenyan businessmen, will move to the Tanzanian ports. But there is another thing. Did you know that for millions of years, minerals have been washed from our land to the Indian Ocean, and that these minerals are kilometers deep? If the colonizers are conspiring with the government of Somalia to steal our ocean, this is why. Similarly, did you know that Kenya has over 3 million acres of ocean land from which we can farm 11 million tons of fish every year? If we caught this fish and sold it, did you know that we would make 750 billion shillings every year? This is enough to build a full SGR from Mombasa to Kisumu every year. The Somalians want to steal this resource from us and share it with the pirates plus Al-Shabaab. This is why our public notice to the government of Somalia, the colonizers, and the ICJ is this: no way. Not an inch more, not an inch less.
And now, our final notice. It is to the colonizers of the sea. and the International Court of Justice. We have noticed a new scramble for Africa, but not for its lands. The new scramble is for our waters, and the methods of the colonizers have not changed. They arm brothers and then encourage them to fight. As we fight, they steal from us and petition our resources. Turkey has set up a $50 million military base in Somalia. It is their largest base in the world. The base is said to train up to 10,000 Somali soldiers. Qatar is also spending over $200 million in Somalia and is arming their soldiers as well. China, Norway, and Britain are also present in our ocean big time. And then a cabal of Somalian elite, working with this fellowship of colonizers, have auctioned Somalia and are eyeing our waters as well. But we want to tell them this: not an inch more, not an inch less. About this Muzungu court called ICJ, it is a rogue court. It is a court of politics. It is owned and directed by the colonizers. What is worse, its president is a Somalian who supported Kenya's maritime border in 1982, but has now changed his mind. If this is not politics, what is it? The people's notice to the colonizers and their appendages is this: not an inch more, not an inch less.